Hello everyone, welcome back to the 5 Minute Tech channel. Today we'll be talking about anonymous types, which is one of the C Sharp advanced language features. So let's get started. So what are anonymous types? Anonymous types provide a convenient way to encapsulate a set of read-only properties into a single object without having to explicitly define a type first. So C Sharp being a strongly typed language, you don't need to define a type or a class for a set of properties. You can use it with the new operator. The type name is generated by the compiler and is not available at the source code level. And the type of each property is inferred by the compiler at the runtime. So it is either it is a reference type or a value type. So here we have created a simple anonymous type with the new operator, provided name and state of the user, and it has inferred as a string. So to create an anonymous object, you can use the new keyword and specify the desired properties within the curly braces. And as you see here, we can create n number of properties and it would be inferred at the runtime. So how does compiler behave in this type of in anonymous types as compared to other classes? So it behaves pretty much the same way. It creates a anonymous type class and the properties inside it. So its behavior becomes similar to what a class would be. Anonymous types characteristic. So they contain only read-only properties and no other kind of class members such as methods or events are allowed or valid. If no names are given for a particular property of anonymous type, the compiler will use the name of the word that was used to set the value of anonymous types property. And anonymous types are class objects. It derived directly from the system.object. They can't be cast to any other type, so you can't cast an anonymous type to a specific type. They override the equal and get hash code methods to support value based equality. So if you create two anonymous objects with the same values, we'll have the same hash codes and the equal methods will return true for them. Whereas if you do a double equal to, it will be returning as false. Non-destructive mutation, meaning although you can't alter them, but they have non-destructive mutation, wherein with keyword you can change a particular value. Non-destructive mutation is not changing the original object, but rather creates a new one with the changed value. Can you modify the value of anonymous type property? Actually, no, you cannot, but all properties of anonymous types are read-only. What you can do is what we just discussed is a non-destructive mutation with the with keyword. When should we and when should we not use anonymous types? So the use case for anonymous type is when when the type we want to use is simple and local to some specific context. It will not be used anywhere else. Like example, processing of a IEnumerable. You want to use a LINQ query. It is very often used as a temporary object in complex LINQ queries. As I mentioned, if the type is complex or we want to reuse it, it should not be anonymous. Anonymous types can only be provided read-only properties. They can't have methods, fields, events, or so if we need to any of those features, then anonymous types won't be applicable. Are anonymous types value or reference types? They are reference types. As I mentioned, the compiler creates a class at the back when it is compiling it, and since they are classes, but they support value-based equality with equal method. In other words, two anonymous objects with the same value of properties will be considered equal by the equals method, even if their references are different. Now let's get into a demo and learn more in detail about each of the things which we just learned. So here, as you see, I have created a simple anonymous type with the new keyword. It has full name and country, and we'll see how it displays. So it is not having any strongly typed class to it, but it will be generated at the compile time. Now similarly, the implementation in the LINQ is I have created a set of users. Users have a different set of properties. So if you go to the users, it has full name, group, and age. User group is something which I have mentioned as an enum, and then you can go ahead and create those collection items. So array has these collection items, and then with without anonymous function, what we do is generally users, group by, and then select the average. But the problem with this function is we lose which group's average is it. So we need to print that out or bring that out as well. So what we generally do is we create an anonymous function and we use type being the key, the group by key, and then what we do is we do create that average and it will come with that key as well, and then we can order by. So that's one way of handling it. Let's run this query and see what we are talking about here. So as you see, without the anonymous type, it was just printing the average age of the users, whereas with the anonymous type, it is giving the specific group, that is private employee, government employee, unemployed, self-employed, and the specific age average. So this is one of the use case of it. Moving on, the next one is we talked about non-destructive mutation. How does that work? The non-destructive mutation is something wherein you can change a value with a different value for an anonymous type. So for example, a user data is created which has this kind of values, whereas we can change it with keyword and provide a specific value you want to use. We can see the same thing again, wherein the change data will be reflected with the specific user data will be reflected with the change data. Let's run this again and show you that. So as you see here, the first value was ID and name is Greg, whereas the value with ID 5 was changed to name Tim through non-destructive mutation. So that was pretty much about the anonymous type. I hope you liked the video. If you like the video, press like and subscribe to the channel. Have a nice day.